Hey y'all, we're still here. It's Sunday night and it's time for our capsule sermon. We're never going to stop doing these, so y'all keep tuning in. Tonight we're going to be in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, or actually chapter 13, and we're going to do like verses 4 through 7. A lot of you probably know this. It's the love is patient, love is kind, and I'm going to read it to you here in a minute, but I wanted to start this little capsule sermon saying that this morning we got to church, we did Sunday school, and we just about got through the children's sermon, which is what we have, a little children's sermon right before we take our offering at church and before the pastor gets up and preaches his sermon. I do a little deal with the kids there, and we got a message from our laundromat saying, hey, my clothes are trapped in a machine. I can't get them out. Can you help? So as soon as I got done with the capsule sermon, or with the children's sermon, I jumped in Erica's car and I ran up there to help that customer. And I know some of you can say, well, you should have, you're just greedy. You should have waited until church was over. But the Lord knows where my heart was, and I didn't want her to have to, this lady, she's a good customer of ours, comes every week. I didn't want her to have to wait any longer than she had to. And so I went. But as I was driving, I was listening to K-Love, and the lady, I think her name's Michelle, came on, and she talked about this verse today, and it really hit home with me, and I thought I would share what she shared with you guys. So I'm going to read this to you. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 7, it says, love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. And when we read that, it's like, okay, love, that sounds good. But what she said is, and this is what stuck with me and what really made me think about stuff, is replace the word love with your name, and then read it, and then really reflect on, are you all those descriptions of what love is? Because Christ is love. That's the way God and Christ is with us. They love us this way. And that's what they expect of us towards others, is to be more Christ-like, to love others the way Christ loves us. So replace that with your name. Cody suffers long and is kind. Cody does not envy. Cody does not parade himself. Cody is not puffed up. Cody does not behave rudely. Cody does not seek his own. Cody is not provoked. Cody thinks no evil. Cody does not rejoice in iniquity, but Cody rejoices in the truth. Cody bears all things. Cody believes all things. Cody hopes all things. Cody endures all things. So when I replace the word love with my name, or if you replace the word love with your name, and you read those and you reflect on that, you can see exactly where God has work to do in your life. I know that I'm not the most patient person around. I know that I'm easily provoked. I know that sometimes I think evil. Sometimes I don't bear all things to everyone. Sometimes I don't believe all things. Sometimes I don't endure all things. So when you read through the scriptures of what love is, and replace your name with love, where the word love is, you can really see where God has room to work on you, and where, when you're put in those positions for those things to develop, you know why God's put you in those situations. It's because that's where you need the most work. So I hope this helps, guys. I know it helped me. Remember, I love you. God bless you. And y'all keep praying.